Welcome to English Mindset, the place where you turn everyday moments into real English practice. I'm glad you're here. In this episode, we'll walk through a full day wrapped in several connected scenes: early mornings and commutes, meetings and messages, errands and family time, quiet reading and friendly conversations. As you listen, imagine yourself inside each situation. Notice the verbs that carry the action, the phrases people reach for automatically, the polite questions and quick responses that keep things moving. Repeat the lines aloud. Shadow the rhythm. Borrow the sentences and use them in your real life today. Let's begin with a calm morning in the city. The sky is pale, the streets are still, and a man named John opens his eyes at 6:30 a.m. He stretches, breathes deeply, and ties his running shoes by the door. As he jogs through the park, he listens to birds and plans the flow of his day. In English, routines come alive with the simple present: wakes up, goes for a jog, makes breakfast, heads to work. When John returns home, he prepares oatmeal, slices fruit, and pours coffee for his wife, Emily. They share a quiet conversation. How did you sleep? Do you have many meetings? Let's try to have dinner together by 7. Small questions, steady answers. This is daily English in its natural habitat. On the road a little later, John meets the first stress test: a traffic jam. Cones, flashing arrows, a narrow lane. Construction has slowed everything down. He could complain, but he chooses practice. He presses play on a leadership podcast. He hears lines he can reuse at work. I'd like to highlight one key point. Here's where we can improve. Let's clarify next steps. As cars inch forward, he whispers them under his breath, adjusting the stress of each syllable and matching the speaker's pace. This is a secret many fluent speakers share: they practice out loud when no one is listening. At the office, a meeting begins. John has prepared a short update: simple sentences first, then details. We completed the initial integration last week. The test coverage is now at 82%. I'd like to highlight 2 risks and 3 options. Notice the structure: a quick headline, a number for precision, then a preview of what's coming. When colleagues ask questions, John answers politely: great question, let me clarify, I'll follow up by end of day. He ends with an invitation: does anyone have any concerns we haven't covered? This final question is powerful. It keeps the room open, honest, and collaborative. At midday, John steps outside and calls his friend Michael. They are planning a short weekend trip. The conversation is casual but structured. I'm thinking of leaving early on Saturday. Do you prefer the mountain trail or the lakeside path? Let's check the weather and decide tonight. In English, planning flows through polite suggestions: shall we? How about? What if we? These soft edges make decisions feel cooperative, not demanding. Evening arrives, and John returns home. Dinner is a team project. Emily chops vegetables, John cooks rice. They trade stories about the day. At the table, John tries something new. He tells a short story in English about an article he read on sustainable living. I found a piece that made me rethink our habits at home. Maybe we can reduce plastic by switching to glass containers. Emily responds with curiosity: what did the author suggest? How could we start small? This is a natural pattern: share a headline, explain a detail, propose a small step. Later, John reads to their children, focusing on rhythm and intonation. He pauses to ask questions that invite thinking. What do you think will happen next? Why did the character make that choice? The children answer, invent, and laugh. Everyone gets better together. Now let's shift to another home, another morning. Sarah is a teacher and a mother preparing for her online class. She checks her connection, shares her screen, and greets each student by name. Her language is careful and kind. Could you please repeat that? Let's try this problem together. If you're unsure, that's okay, ask. In formal or semi-formal settings, politeness is a tool, not a costume. It helps everyone breathe. After class, Sarah calls her husband, David. They compare calendars. Do you want to go hiking or stay in? If the weather is good, a picnic could be fun. Listen for the light touch. Do you want? Could be, let's see. They leave room for later decisions. At the supermarket, Sarah asks for help that's clear and friendly. Could you tell me where the dairy section is? Do you have any fresh bread today? These are models you can reuse anywhere. Could you tell me where? Do you have any? Could you recommend? With a few flexible frames, you can find almost anything. Now meet Mark, a small business owner, scanning his inbox after breakfast. He replies to a supplier with professional warmth. Thank you for the update. Could you please provide more details about the shipment? Later, he meets his accountant. We should review the budget and set a clear deadline for invoices. The key word here is should. It signals a recommendation without pressure. In the evening, he and his wife, Laura, talk about their children's education. I think focusing on science this semester would be helpful. Let's check which program fits best. Family life speaks a different dialect of English: soft suggestions, thoughtful questions, shared decisions. Pause for a moment and step back. What have we seen so far? Routine verbs for predictable actions. Polite frames for requests. Meeting phrases for structure. Story prompts for conversation. Planning language with flexible edges. This is the toolkit you reach for again and again. And it grows stronger each time you use it. Let's continue with Michael, a freelance designer sipping coffee on a Monday morning. He opens an email. A new client needs a logo. He notes the requirements and thinks aloud, I want something creative but simple, modern, and clean. Talking to yourself is not strange, it's practice. He sketches ideas, then joins a video call with his team. Let's aim to deliver the first draft by Friday. Does anyone have suggestions for color themes? He uses agreement and alignment phrases. That makes sense, we're on the same page, let's proceed with that version. After the call, he steps outside, spots a small bakery, and asks, which bread is freshly baked today? Do you recommend something for breakfast? Whether work or errands, the structure repeats: greet, ask, confirm, thank. Shift to Linda, a teacher, packing her bag with worksheets. In class, she guides gently, please open your books to page 10. Can anyone explain this paragraph in their own words? She invites participation by lowering the wall. You don't need to be perfect, just try. After school, she calls her husband, Robert, we need to clean the garage this weekend. He answers with a trade, I'll handle the lights if you take the shelves. Family logistics are negotiations wrapped in kindness. Now Kevin, a small business owner, moves through a day of calls and deliveries. On the phone, could we reschedule the delivery for tomorrow morning? Please confirm the shipment details by email. In an email to a customer, thank you for reaching out. We'll provide a solution by the end of the day. Notice the order: gratitude, assurance, timeline. Later, at the market, where can I find fresh vegetables? Do you have any organic options? Clear goals, simple sentences, effective communication. Meet Emma, a nurse starting her shift. She speaks with care and precision. Please update the patient's file. We need to monitor the vitals every hour. With patience, she keeps it gentle. Take this medicine twice a day, and try to rest this afternoon. Technical language is useful, but kindness is unforgettable. After work, she calls her husband, Tom. I'll cook pasta, could you prepare the salad? Teamwork sounds like this: short requests, quick agreements, shared tasks. Jump to David, an accountant who loves clean numbers and clear phrases. He reviews invoices. We need to reconcile the accounts by Friday. In a meeting, let's review the monthly budget and discuss any discrepancies. He asks an open question that turns listeners into contributors. Can anyone provide insights on these figures? After work, whole family reading time begins. He asks his children, what lesson can we learn from this story? How would you solve the problem? Good questions are bridges. They connect what we read to what we live. Here's Olivia, a teacher, guiding students through group work. Please submit your assignments by the end of the week. Let's discuss this topic in groups. After school, she and Peter plan household chores. We need to organize the storage room. I'll carry the heavy items if you sort the shelves. At the market, do you have any seasonal fruit? Could you recommend a good cheese? The pattern repeats: polite request, focused question, thankful close. Alex, a project manager, opens his calendar and starts the day with emails. Thank you for your message. I'll review the documents and get back to you. In a team meeting, we need clear deadlines for each task. Can anyone update the status of their project? In the evening, he and Rachel plan the weekend. Should we go hiking or visit the museum? The museum sounds fun and educational for the kids. Planning is simpler when every option has a reason attached. Let's check in with Natalie, a marketing consultant, polishing a presentation. I want to highlight the key benefits of our campaign. Can we make sure the slides are ready by noon? After work, a home project. If we repaint the living room, the space will feel brighter. At the store, do you have organic vegetables? Can I pay by card? If you can say it at one store, you can say it at any store in any city. Now Thomas, a software engineer, reviews an app update. Please check the latest build and let me know if you encounter any issues. In a sprint meeting, let's discuss the timeline for the next iteration. Can someone summarize current progress? Later, a quiet walk with his wife, Linda. Shall we take the long route tonight? The air feels nice. At home, he reads in English and asks reflective questions. What lesson can we take from this chapter? How would you react in the same situation? Reflection turns words into wisdom. Richard, an engineer, begins with precision. We need to verify the calculations before submission. Please make sure the measurements are correct. In a design review, let's brainstorm solutions and list our assumptions. At dinner, he asks Susan, should we schedule a short vacation next month? She smiles, yes. We need the break. Even careful planners need rest. Ethan, a photographer, checks lenses and batteries. Let's make sure all memory cards are formatted. On location, he guides his assistant. Could you adjust the lighting? Please keep the tripod stable. After the shoot, a latte with oat milk, please. Do you have any fresh pastries? Professional talk, friendly talk. The difference is tone, not grammar. Rachel, a travel agent, balances bookings and phone calls. I need to check next week's flight schedules. Please confirm the hotel by noon. With her husband, Simon, mountains or beach this weekend? Mountains, quiet and cool. At the market, she asks, which fruits are in season? Any organic greens today? A good tip for learners, add today or this week to turn a generic question into a natural one. Jason, an architect, finishes a layout. We should finalize the plan by Thursday. Please double-check measurements. In a team meeting, let's discuss design improvements. Any alternative materials? At home, he asks Hannah, new dish tonight? Yes, something quick and tasty. Cooking is a language too, full of verbs, chop, stir, season, taste. Laura, a yoga instructor, gently leads a class. Place your mats. Take a deep breath. We'll focus on balance today. Encouragement matters. Great job. Keep your posture steady. After class, where are the fresh fruits? Do you have low-fat milk? A healthy life needs healthy phrases. Michael, a lawyer, keeps his sentences careful. I need to review the contract thoroughly. Please ensure all signatures are included. With colleagues, let's go over the details of the case. Any suggestions for next steps? At home, he asks Claire, cook pasta or order takeout? She laughs, let's cook something simple. Simplicity, again, is power. Samuel, a small business owner, replies to customers with gratitude and clarity. Thanks for reaching out. I'll provide an update shortly. Please confirm the details by tomorrow. In a meeting, let's discuss next month's sales strategy. Any ideas to improve our workflow? At the store, do you have fresh vegetables today? Could you recommend a good cheese? In the kitchen, shall we try a new recipe? Yes, healthy and quick. Julia, a pharmacist, sets a careful tone. Please check the dosage. Make sure the labels are correct. With a patient, take this medicine twice a day, and rest if you can. After work, fresh fruit? Low-fat milk? At dinner, new recipe? Quick and easy sounds perfect. Familiar lines become friendly habits. Nathan, a financial analyst, starts with numbers. Let's reconcile these accounts by end of day. Please double-check all figures. In the budget review, any suggestions for cost-saving measures? At the shop, any organic fruit? A reliable olive oil? The more you repeat structures, the less you fear them. Oliver, a developer, writes, please review the latest code. Tell me if there are issues. On a call, let's discuss the timeline. Could everyone share updates? Later, he and Natalie take a walk. Different route today? Yes, new path, new thoughts. In the evening, story time returns. What would you do? Why do you think the character chose that? The same frame, new answers. Chloe, a designer, finalizes a logo. Please check the colors and layout before we submit. With Liam, art gallery or hike? Hike, fresh air for everyone. At the bakery, fresh bread today? Where's the dairy section? In the kitchen, let's add more spice. Yes, that will bring it to life. Let's collect what we've learned and turn it into something you can use today. Routine verbs for daily actions: wake up, make, head to, check, prepare, finish, return. These verbs carry your day and keep your sentences clean. Polite frames for questions and requests: could you? Would you mind? Do you have? Could you tell me where? Can I? These open doors. Meeting and email structure: begin with a headline, I'd like to highlight, add a number or a fact, test coverage is 82%, then propose next steps, let's finalize by Friday. Invite others in, any concerns we haven't covered? Planning with soft edges, shall we? How about? What if? These make decisions smoother. Story prompts that invite conversation: what do you think will happen next? Why did the character choose that? What lesson can we take? These turn listening into speaking. Micro practice anywhere, in traffic, on a walk, at a store. Whisper a line, repeat a phrase, mirror a rhythm. Small steps add up. To close, try a short shadowing routine using lines from today. Read each one, then say it twice, a little faster each time, keeping your pronunciation clear. I'd like to highlight one key point. Let's clarify our next steps. Do you have any fresh bread today? Could you tell me where the dairy section is? Shall we leave early to avoid traffic? Thank you for your update. Could you provide more details? What do you think will happen next? Why did the character make that choice? Let's aim to finish the first draft by Friday. I'll follow up by the end of the day. That's how fluency grows, not in one giant leap, but through hundreds of small, useful sentences that fit your real life. Keep listening, keep imagining the scenes, and keep speaking out loud, even if it's only to yourself in a quiet room or a slow elevator. English becomes yours when you use it where you live, in your kitchen, on your commute, at your desk, in a checkout line, at a cafe table, and beside the people you care about. You're doing the work that matters. Take a breath, choose one phrase you liked today, and use it before the day ends. Then choose another tomorrow. Step by step, you'll hear the difference first in your ears, then in your voice, and finally in the way you move through the world with calm, clear English. Enjoyed the content? Support the channel by subscribing and joining us for the next practice.